Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Angelo How, AVC International Referee Candidate. Second referee, Mr. Joffer Educado, National Referee. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our VNS-Laticrete Griffins. Let's begin with their team captain, who wear jersey number 8, Charles Jordan Segi. At number 3, Jan Mangulabnan. Wearing jersey number 5, Roderick Medino. At number 6, Kenneth Kulabat. Wearing jersey number 7, JV Sumagay Sai. And number 14, Rash Nursidik. Starting libero is number 21, JM Espanso. Head coach, Mr. Ralph Ocampo. Calling on our Criss Cross King Crunchers. Team captain with jersey number 11, Francis Philip Saura. At number 2, Jared Requinton. Wearing jersey number 4, Kim Malabunga. At number 5, Jude Garcia. Number 7, Rex Emmanuel Intal. And number 14, Esmilzo Joner Polvorosa. Starting libero is number 22, Manuel Sumangid III. Head coach, Mr. Anusorn, Coach Tai Bundet. This is match number 3 of the preliminary round, 8th season of the Spikers Turf Open Conference.
We have the starters for the VNS Griffins. We are welcoming in 2 players from the Navigators Iloilo, JM Espanso and Rash Nursidik. Also, the returnees, we have JB Sumagaysay and Kenneth Kulabat joining the youngsters of Coach Ralph Ocampo. On the other end, for the Criss Cross King Crunchers, congratulations to Nico Almendras for getting married. That's why he's not available in today's outing. There's also one guy who's not available, that is Isay Marasigan, because of a finger dislocation. That's why we're seeing what might just be the tallest wing spiker trio of Criss Cross, with Jaron Requinton and Francis Saura joining their MVP and Jude Garcia.
That was at the top of my mind looking at the lineup of Coach Tai. What is the average height of the starting unit? Pero not with Sumang.
Well, we did see the height, the elevation from Jaron Requinton in their first point. Just got it for Criss Cross. This is our 3rd game for today inside the Inares Sports Arena. We've seen 3 set games so far. Polvorosa to the open. Garcia dug up by Jan Mangulabnan. And here's CJ Segi. Almost scored. A misread there by Sumangid and Saura. A point for VNS.
Yeah, I'm looking this time at the lineup of VNS with the inclusion of players like Nursidik, right? And Kulabat. They are formidable.
Yes.
The question right now is, how long have they been together? You know, how's the gelling? But in paper, they're formidable.
Yes. Well, they did answer that during the media day. So, 1 week pa lang magkakasama ang VNS Griffins. Of course, with the exception of the young ones.
Yeah.
Yung young core ni Coach Ralph na isang taon na magkakasama. Isang taon na rin na magkakasama itong Criss Cross King Crunchers. We do want to greet them happy anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary in the Spikers Turf. 2-1, back set, Saura. No save there by JM Espanso.
Well, that's how deep the lineup of Criss Cross is. You mentioned that Isay Marasigan out with a dislocated pinky, I think. But you have Francis Saura,
Yep.
I mean, national team player as well. So that's going to cover it. But we wish Isay well. Hope he recovers.
Yeah, it's going to take some time though. He gave me the timeline of 6 to 8 weeks, which means that's already the duration of the conference. So he's going to be out.
Yeah.
Good start for his team though. Kim Malabunga, that guy has been getting healthier and healthier by the day. Not yet 100%, but he looks good.
The swing, the serve was good.
Ooh, a violation. Lifting called on VNS.
Yeah, they are perplexed.
It was CJ Segi who got questioned with his set. He still cannot believe it, but he'll have to move on. So
That's our tendency, you know. If the players does not agree with the call, you see they keep looking right,
Yeah.
left, right, left.
Well, they did ice Kim Malabunga a bit there.
True. Yeah.
Malabunga just served us a long one. That was the second point of VNS. Here's JV Sumagaysay.
Good
Ball up
serve.
by Requinton. Rex
Oh.
Intal, he was over the blockers.
Well, if you see the options of Ish Polvarosa, I mean, everyone is an option, everyone is lethal. So the blockers, you know, it's easier said than done, but the blockers really have to try to read, you know, who Ish will actually set to.
Here's Francis Sauda. Segi got the first ball. There's the youngster Arke Medino, rejected by Intal and Garcia.
Good cover, though.
Slide for Rex. He's off to a good start.
Boy, looking at the physique of these players from Criss Cross, they're like, their end goal really is try to get the goal
Of
today,
course.
right? I mean, I'm saying that because you love it that, like, you look at Francis Saura, he changed positions, he developed his serve, his pipe, his back. Then came Malabunga earlier, that serve as well. Then Rex Idal. So you see the constant improvement.
And that's how you would want to improve and basically project yourself if you want to stay in Philippine men's volleyball. That continues to evolve. As now VNS just got a point, forcing a mad scramble from the side of Criss Cross.
That's smart. I mean, for me, you know that you acknowledge the fact that your opponents are tall in terms of blocking. You can actually get a point by just dropping.
Yes. D-ball, Francis Saura got a hand. Mangulabnan. Now it's Arke Medino. Miss hit there. Back to Francis who pushes.
Good save.
That's by Nursidik. Espanso to Kulabat. The besties connecting and scoring.
They're playing it smart. Kind of out of position, so he did like a hook shot, but getting the ball through the blockers' hand.
I tell you though, Noreen, Espanso and Kulabat, when they're together, you're gonna expect a lot of noise from them.
A lot of fun.
Yes.
What a serve.
Garcia.
Oh,
What a hit.
what do you expect? Former reigning MVP.
Yes. Just like that, we have our first technical timeout. 8
because of his freak accident that occurred just 2 weeks ago during Criss Cross's blocking drills. Now, Isay dislocated his left pinky and was immediately sent to the hospital for surgery. And luckily, no nerves were damaged and the bone was relocated. Mentally, it was tough for the team at first, but Isay continues to show strength on the sidelines during training, still boosting the team's morale, and of course, continuous therapy for a stronger comeback for our next conference. Back to you guys.
Get well soon, Isay Marasigan. Well, it's just unfortunate na nangyari yun sa drill pa, not even scrimmage. Ganun kalakas pumalo yung mga assistant coach nila.
I can just imagine during scrimmage as well. It's not a sure thing.
Yes. We refocus. It's Requinton. Quite low there. VNS pleading for a point, but then they get the block.
Poetic justice? Question mark? Because it was Nur Sideco actually was complaining, then he gets a stuff block.
There you see Isay Marasigan alongside one of the players that we actually look forward to seeing in Luca Mamone. They're still fighting for his eligibility here in the Spikers turf. The ball again. Francis Saura outside.
Yeah, we saw the follow through pretty long. Now he needed a bit more snap there.
Good decision by JM Espanso to dodge the ball. The former libero of Saura in the Navigators Iloilo.
And don't look now, it's just a 1-point game.
A 3-0 run by VNS. Requinton down the line.
Well, we know Jared Requinton is coming off the bench. Now he gets to start and he's showing us, okay, I deserve to start in a great team like Criss Cross.
This man has come a long way from transitioning back from beach volleyball.
Yeah.
After all, 5 years straight siyang nag-beach volleyball eh. Nangalawang talaga. And he told me it took him 6 months to transition back. Look at him now.
What? Rust? Rust? Question mark from Jared Requinton. He is actually, his body, the build is perfect for volleyball. See
Yeah.
how long his arms are, and of course the athleticism.
And that man was a winner in beach volleyball. Not only for his college, but for the Philippines.
Yeah.
10-7, a good answer by Criss Cross. Battle at the net. It's the smaller guy getting the point in Jan Mangolabnan.
Well, we know, even though Mangolabnan is young, very experienced, also because his brother's Vince.
Yeah.
And all the sisters, so it's really a volleyball family.
7 siblings. Tapos, lahat sila nagba-volleyball as that was such a powerful slide by Kim Malabunga.
And you would think through the years, if you're a volleyball fan, you've known the names like Saura, Malabunga, together with Espejo and so on. You think that, oh, they'll slow down, they're aging. But what you love is their commitment to the sport and how to
Yes.
make themselves better.
So they are trying to maximize this opportunity given to them by Criss Cross as well. CJ Segi blocked. One more. Checks it out.
That's smart. You know, you've got a wall in Saura and Malabunga. That's what, average of 6'3", 6'2", maybe even taller. But I'm saying you don't want to just attack the blocker. You angle your hit and hit it off the blocker.
But that's something that you can expect from an MVP himself in CJ Segi, who
Yeah.
started from Mapua High School.
Good dig.
Mangolabnan back sets. RK try to play it smart. And here's the counter with Jaron. Down the line.
You know, he's feeling it because when you look at the defensive formation of VNS, there's a huge hole in the middle, but no, he's not going to drop it. See there's a huge hole.
Yes.
But I'm going to just hit it. I'm going to challenge the blockers and the defense.
Great efficiency so far in this game for Jaron Requinton. Ooh, as we said that, he just served the ball to the back of the head of the MVP of Criss Cross. Jude Garcia is okay, everybody.
That's normal in their camp.
Yeah. Eh, kung tayo nga, natatamaan ng bola sa pregame, di ba? Okay lang yung mga players. Saura, ang ganda ng pambawi.
You see the options really. If they can make all these combination plays, like you at one point you'll see 3-4 players moving. You don't know if you're the blocker, you don't know who to defend.
This is Kim Malabunga taking his turn. Service in.
Wow.
Espanso got the first ball. It's mistimed between Mangolabnan and Sumagaysay. This could be the chemistry problem that is the effect of 1 week pa lang sila magkasama ulit.
But you expect, you know, Sumagaysay is also a national team player. You expect this connection to work throughout the sets.
Jan to the open. Casey, ganda ng buwelo.
We knew that of Kenneth Colabat, you know, ever since his UE days, really challenging the blockers, playing it smart.
Let's hit it off of the right hand or right arm of Francis Saura. VNS just keeping at it with Criss Cross. A kneeling set onto Jude Garcia. That's dug back, whistle blown. Somebody touched the net.
We know when VNS goes up to block Criss Cross, there will be nerves because gigil eh.
Oh.
So they have to control that.
Sayang yung balik ni Jan Mangulognan though.
Yeah.
That was in.
If you're Jan, I'm like, come on.
15-11, Francis Saura. Jan to the quick, Rash Nursidik. That is what we have been seeing from him in the Spikers turf.
Yeah. He's also an example of improving throughout the conferences. You know, he had different teams, but he's showing a signs of improvement still.
We have a double sub. So the setter is Floresca. This is Christian Floresca, and then it's Brian Leleco. We saw him with National University. Eventually, he played for Air Force in the PNBF.
More experience for you.
Floresca. Sumang with the first ball. Intal is blocked. Great timing by VNS.
Well, you know what you like about Nursidik being there, being part of the team. He's showing like leadership,
Yes.
right? The way he's celebrating, bringing his team together.
And he's a winner.
Yeah. he
Navi was such a good team for a couple of conferences. They would always be in the top 4. Garcia, did you see that elevation?
is. It wasn't done. I thought it was still going up.
Well, now we have our second technical timeout, 16-13.
Nung lumipat ako ng Criss Cross, somewhat na nakaka-pressure. It's because lahat ng teammates ko, as in magagaling. So, parang kailangan mo din sila. Parang nagkaroon din talaga ng health competition. So, nakatulong yung pressure naman din sa akin, sa team, para mas mag-improve pa, para mas mag-level up pa sa laro ko.
The good thing was for Francis Saura, where he came from was such a high note. Remember, he was the top scorer of the Spikers turf when he was with the Navigators Iloilo.
Yeah.
There's a positional fault by VNS.
You know, that's how humble he is. He's like, in that interview, lakas ng teammates ko. Duh.
Siyempre.
What do you think of yourself?
There you see the coaching staff of Ralph Ocampo. Got to give credit to them for their continuing program. Ayan, developing the likes of Casey Colabat, who's now considered a veteran.
Yeah. You like what you see for Casey Colabat, you know, unfazed by the blockers, going for it and successful.
It's now 14-17. Casey serves. That was in. Wow.
Come on. Come on.
I mean, may kailangan pa ba kaming sabihin in the ring?
It's like somebody press on play. There you go.
We are in awe
Yeah.
of what this man can do. And we hope that you guys can also witness it in person because it's different.
It is. And the sound, no? The contact with the ball.
That sounded good as well from CJ Segi. That's a man. Sorry.
No, I mean, for me, that slow-mo, very simple, very basic, but as effective.
I was about to say that he is learning from Casey Colabat,
Yeah.
JV Sumagaysay, as opposed to last Spikers turf when he was the leader of VNS. Siya yung kuya. Save, tough angle, chance ball. That's Malabunga. I was about to say Mangulabnan. Gets tricky sometimes, but it's Kim Malabunga getting the point.
Really like, you know, the way Ish Polverosa is distributing, giving chances to everyone.
And that's how you would keep your superstars happy after all. 19-15.
Mahabang palo, mahabang ang target nila yung mga edge. So, atras tayo ng isang step ng depensa. Tapos kapag mataas yung bola, kunin yung pa ganun. Kasi hindi pwede puro ganito yung kuha. Matatamaan kayo eh. Mataas yung pala. Apat lang yung nagagamay naman na natin eh. Go, tuloy-tuloy lang tayo.
natin na 1 point at a time. Trabaho lang. Save VNS!
Well, despite the 4-point disadvantage, what can you say about the way they're playing, VNS?
I'm impressed because you mentioned they have just been together for 1 week.
With the veterans.
With the veterans. That's a huge thing. But they're showing that they're just appreciating the moment.
Yeah.
You know, they're playing. And then you can hear Coach Ralph. Gamay na. I mean, he's happy with the way they're performing. They're actually fighting.
It's been the identity of VNS in the Spikers turf. Magugulat ka na lang. You know, with the sets that they can steal, the games that they might even win. Requinton, again, that was down the line. But there was a net touch as well.
Well, there was a collision at the net, but Sumagaysay seems okay. But you got to credit Manuel Sumangid for that. Sumang dove for that and kept that ball alive.
Sumang's been very consistent with this player in the Spikers turf, a proven winner.
Not just the Spikers, I mean, throughout his career.
Yeah. Yeah, matagal niya ng kaibigan yan, si Ish Polvorosa. Now we welcome in the youngsters, John Mangulabnan, who also played for Ateneo as a setter, and RK Medino checks back in.
Well, that was the 4th service error of Criss Cross. Imagine, could have been set point.
Right. Can VNS maximize those errors? Mangulabnan to serve.
Good serve.
Ball up by Garcia. It's Requinton dropping the ball. Scramble. A lot of time for Ish. It's Jaron. He really asked for it. And that return will go wide.
Yeah, but you like the effort from Mangulabnan, you know? I mean, trying to dig that, just too powerful to control. Yeah, he clapped, you heard
Yeah.
it.
He wanted it so bad. It was practically open down the line. No
Yeah.
blocker was there to return it.
Better serve.
Back set onto Segi. Rejected by Jude.
I want to see that again. I mean, that was a one-on-one. Look at the technique of Jude Garcia.
Payong na payong.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Kasi nakapenetrate yung block eh. Tayo rin yung block natin. Ang ginagawa natin block kasi pataas. Kailangan natin nakapenetrate. Shadow, tas penetrate. Okay? Go lang. Sige, basa lang.
So basically, what Coach Ralph wants is what Jude Garcia did.
Yeah. You know, the block, the technique and blocking, to be effective, the best way is to penetrate. You know, in his words, to penetrate. So, you know, you have a bigger chance to guide the ball back to your opponent's court.
It is 22, serving 16. Jaron Requinton will do the honors. He's had a fantastic set number 1 so far. 6 points for Jaron. Sumagaysay, not the hardest of hits. Garcia wants it. And Jude will get a hand.
Oh, good cover.
That's by Espanso. Chance ball again. Ish. Ooh, he held the ball. I mean, he absolutely knew it. Jude Garcia knew it.
I mean, he was probably thinking of 100 things, 100 different plays,
Yeah.
permutations in his head.
He did have a lot of time, so naisip niya, daming options masyado. That was a tougher set. Jude will send it through. Espanso, Mangulabnan, back row for Segi, outside.
Yeah, too long.
And we have a challenge. The first of this match, it's a block touch challenge. There's Coach JP as well helping out as per usual. Coach JP de Guzman with Coach Ralph Ocampo.
I don't see anyone admitting from Criss Cross. In Spikers, you see a lot of, before, when they challenge, they admit already.
Well,
No
why would you
wonder.
admit if you did not touch the ball?
Nothing to admit.
So that puts Criss Cross up to 23 points. And their service specialist will line up. It is Femi Bagalay alongside Chu and Jiga. Stars of their own, might I say. Femi used to star for VNS a couple of conferences back.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that with Ben San Andres? That was such a lethal team.
Well, at least he gets a chance to play as together with Chumaso Minjinga.
Mangulabnan onto JV Sumagay's side. That's his best look so far.
Boy, they need that. I mean, they need that from JV Sumagay's side. He is also a seasoned veteran for VNS.
And you'd want him to get his groove as early as now. You're going to need those points for the rest of the conference.
And you want that intensity. You know, when he does stuff blocks?
Yes.
You know, the way he shows his opponents, like, I got one. They need that from him.
Maybe later. Ooh,
Good dig.
that's by Segi. Casey had to recalculate. Ish back sets. Saura down the line. Sumagay side setting it back. Good effort by Criss Cross. And that was just very tight for Jude Garcia.
Boy, what defense being displayed by VNS. You know, I think for them also, just get it in play. Whether it goes to back to Criss Cross, just try to get a hand at that.
Well, so far, those returns have caused some scrambles
Yeah.
for Criss Cross.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that's the second very short serve that we've seen in this match.
And they target their teammates. First Jude Garcia, now Nur Siddiq.
It's 5 set points for Francis Saura and company. Ball up by Segi. Casey Kulabat. Blocked, coverage present. Jan to the other side. Medino rejected by Garcia. And that's it for set number 1.
He's doing it all. Jude Garcia, offense and then blocking.
That's why he is the most valuable player for Criss Cross, at least for the previous conference. But he's making a good case once again as we begin our open. But then again, when you talk about the star-studded Criss Cross King Crunchers, you know that you'll expect points coming in from Jude Garcia and even Jaron Rickinton, who got the start.
Yeah, I think the biggest factor in which Criss Cross is successful in the first set is familiarity, because it's not the normal 6 that Coach Tai starts. Like you mentioned, Jared Rickinton started that match. But then you see, they've been together for quite some time. The gelling is there, and they're playing like no one's missing. And let's look at some numbers. Actually, all numbers point, aside from the errors, let's look at the attacks, blocks, and serves. It points to a Criss Cross win. Their weakness so far is a little bit of errors, 2 more than VNS. And yeah, I mean, from those 8 errors, 4 were from service errors. So, but again, that's their game. That's their brand of volleyball. They're going to go for their serves, whether or not they get an ace or they get a service error. So they're going to go for that. That's a classic Criss Cross. But again, VNS, you did mention there was resistance from VNS. 1 week together with the veterans, for me, very impressive in this first set.
So, the question is, nakabuelo na ba sila? Enough to actually make it tighter against Criss Cross or even get a set win versus them? The problem is Jude Garcia also has gotten good momentum for himself, scoring how many points?
5.
And it's not just him.
It's everyone. Requinton with 6. Saura and Malabunga with 3. Intel with 2. That's what we're saying. Great ball distribution by Ish Polvorosa. On the other hand, for VNS, Kulabat with 4. Norsidic with 3. Segi with 2. Maglabdan actually with 1. But one person that we want to see get more involved in offense is JV Sumagaysay. Because again, the impact when he is on fire.
Yes.
You know, his reactions. That may help VNS.
Well, in that previous sequence, it was such a nice block by Jaron Requinton. And this is what we can expect when you have a front line. Look at this front line of Criss Cross.
Average height, question mark.
Requinton, Malabunga, and Saura. My goodness.
So the challenge right now for VNS, of course, you need to pass well. That's a short pass. So that Magunabnan can actually try to counter these tall blocks, make it faster.
Requinton scoring again from the open.
Well, obviously, he's taking advantage of this time, his playing time as he started the first and he starts the second.
Somewhere out there in the arena, a guy named Nico Almendras is smiling.
Yeah.
Maybe for 2 reasons. Number 1, he just got married. Congratulations to Nico. And number 2, pretty sure he's happy for Requinton as that ball went through.
What was that?
I mean, I was focused on the faces of the King Crunchers. It was very entertaining.
I want to
Let's
see that. I was actually looking at who he's going to set to. It was Malabung.
All right. So, Kim Malabunga, you truly deserve that point. It's now 3-0 in set 2. Medino blocked again.
Okay, so for VNS, you have to settle down. Okay, you lost the first set, but it was a great fight. Expect the blocks to come. Your coverage has to work. It did in the first set, you know, better rallies.
First challenge in set number 2, net fault. And this allows me to recap what happened earlier today. So we've seen straight sets so far. Savage able to defeat PGJC Navy. Get well soon, by the way, to Toto de la Vega. And in the second game, Alpha Insurance lost to Signal HD in straight sets. It's been a fast Spikers Turf day. We're ahead of our schedule.
Oh, yeah.
We were supposed to start at 6 p.m. and here we are in the second set already.
Yeah. Well, yeah, again, for obvious reasons, these teams that have been playing together for a longer period of time, they have the advantage, but we're hoping throughout the conference, so no net fault, throughout the conference, the sets will get longer, maybe 4 sets at least. We want to see more volleyball action, more fight in the less familiar teams.
There was a substitution. Medino checked out. Brian Haleco is in. So VNS starting to field in more experienced players. Ooh. Misjudgment, which happens time and time again for liberos. That was JM Espanso. A service ace for Ish Polvorosa.
And we've seen that even in the women's game. Normally the setters have good serves because they can control the ball.
Polvorosa, another service. It's Haleco, met at the net. Mangalabnan. Ooh, mistimed with Norsidic.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. You know, that's going to get better. You know, these are birth pains from being together for a week.
Mangalabnan said, isa pa. Pambawi. They haven't scored yet in set number 2.
Boy, what a serve from Polvorosa.
Back row. Counter, quite low, but still in play. Ooh, the ball goes to Noreen.
Behind me.
That cannot be saved anymore. Was that Jude?
That was Jude from the pipe. But, you know, people were complaining about that hit by Requinton, but I saw a thumbs up sign by, I think it was Nur Siddiq saying it was a good ball. They got a hand at that. So yeah, good no call.
7-0. Segi. Still no point. Regalo. Finally, VNS is on the board for set 2.
Do you like the floor defense of Criss Cross? I think they've polished a lot on two things. Serving, one. Two is floor defense. But if you're VNS, you have to be patient. Wait for these opportunities, like these free balls. Get a point.
Malabunga saying, can't wait anymore. I want a point. I want that technical timeout. And so we'll take a break. It is 8-1.
The VNS Griffins. Not only do Casey Colabat and JB Sumagaysay bring more strength to the team, but even the kids. Coach Ralph talked about how he now appreciates the amount of pressure that he put on the kids and the first-timers last conference dahil napabilis nga ang maturity nila. We need to remember though that they are still 14 to 16-year-olds. There will still be some lapses, but every training and game is a deciding factor of who will play in the next game for this conference. And namin ni Coach Ralph na minsan, mas nagpapakitang gilas pa raw sila compared to the veterans, which proves how mature the team is, which kitang-kita naman sa first set natin, Migs and Noreen. You guys were impressed at lumaban sila versus the Criss Cross King Crunchers. Back to you guys.
Tama yan. Bit of fast forwarding for the youngsters of Coach Ralph Ocampo. But then again, Ayana gave us the age range. 14 to 16.
14 to 16.
These are high schoolers.
So you admire really the efforts of VNS, Coach Ralph, right? They're, you know, the way they want to develop players.
It's always been the goal for Coach Ralph Ocampo. But then again, if you have kuyas like this, it's going to be a bit hard to try to get a set against them.
Well, you know, Jude Garcia is putting on a clinic in terms of blocking.
Yeah. Service error for Criss Cross. As you pointed out, even in the first set, if not for these errors of Criss Cross, the score would have been obviously more dominating for the King Crunchers. Chu and Jigo also getting on the board with a good smile.
And his entry, actually, there's no lack in height.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
another tall player.
You even have Gian Glorioso on the bench. Gian played well in the previous conference. Pemi's there. Krum's there. As Criss Cross gets another point.
Yeah, I mean, case in point, Saura, right? I mean, he developed that, his serve.
Can he get another ace to make it a double-digit lead? It's a good receive. Kulabat.
Oh, good dig.
Sumang goes right. Francis rejected.
Oh, no call.
There's the floor defense that you talked about. But now, we're going to have a challenge.
Yeah, stoppage of play. They feel that that hit of Saura did not cross.
It's also good to see that it's not just Ralph and JP, the coaches for VNS. Dumadami na sila, oh.
Yeah.
Di ba?
A
Which
lot-
means...
Yeah, you know, a lot of players want to help,
Yeah?
want to be in the scene because the love for volleyball.
And more eyes, by the way, also sa mga ganitong challenges for Coach Ralph Ocampo. Tumama o hindi?
Yes. The upper arm.
So, it's a point already for Criss Cross since they challenged midway.
But you know, during that play, it looked like it didn't cross.
Yeah. That's the thing in men's volleyball. Everything happens so fast. Sometimes you don't notice stuff.
Yeah, but a good start here for Criss Cross. 10-point advantage.
It was 7-0 to begin set 2. That ball straight to tape of the net. Now it's Colabat blocked and it went outside. But Polvorosa wants a challenge. Thought it was in.
Well, let's see. It depends on the vantage point because they were in the same line, Polvorosa and Colabat. They both had different conclusions. Polvorosa says it's good. Let's see whose eyesight is actually better.
Yes. We are inside the United Sports Arena. If you could still join us, why not? Spikers Turf will happen Fridays, Sundays, and Wednesdays. Triple header tayo na rin every day. That's why the schedule will only last up until early April. But that's pretty busy for the teams because you have to compete 3 times a week.
I'm sure it's a welcome thing for these players. They just, they just can't wait to get inside the court and just play.
And men's volleyball is going to be big this year
This
for the
year,
Philippines. In or out? That's out.
Okay. Casey Colabat has better vision. He's closer to the line.
There's Coach Tai saying, "Unti na lang, unti na lang."
Good challenge. I mean, not good challenge, but good for VNS.
Oh, now it's a service error for Casey Colabat.
That's not going to help their cause.
That's something that he's been working hard on because there was a conference wherein services was a very big concern for VNS. Very strong serve there. D-ball, Haleko, a lot of power there.
Very good dig.
Sumagaysay.
Oh.
Defense still there for Criss Cross. Same goes for VNS. Segi.
Oh, still
Still
alive.
no drop. Jaron couldn't score. Longest rally so far. D-ball with Brian.
Oh, good dig.
Ish to the open. Jaron with a hammer.
Oh, best rally so far.
At least that woke up the crowd.
So you got to commend the defense of both these teams. And VNS, they made Criss Cross work for that point. But you have to give it to the digging. Even Saura was digging the ball.
15-4. And the toughest of receives. Segi, he was under. Nagigil after the first ball. Second technical timeout, 16-4.
Super rami po namin natutunan last conference. Actually, yung last conference is learning experience po para din sa aming mga teenagers. Para ngayong conference po, makabawi din po kami. And isa na po dun yung sa pagiging team player, kung paano maging proactive sa lahat ng bagay. Tapos kung paano pa po kami mag-work as isang team po.
Back to the ball game. That was a service error for Criss Cross. It's been happening since set number 1. These bonuses that they've been giving VNS. But everything else has been hard for JB Sumagaysay and company. Even though we have been seeing their heart in play.
Yeah.
Ooh, Chumason and Jiga with another statement.
Well, again, everybody getting a touch, but you see, because the lead is at 12, you'll see more or tougher serves from Criss Cross. They're gonna go for it because they can now afford.
All right, we saw a substitution, number 20, Raiden Balayan for VNS. Let's see what he can do. Ooh, the third service error that's really short. There's the high risk, high reward type of serving for you.
I'm looking at the bench as Gian Glorioso gave a nice smile to Injiga.
Two Ateneans. Obviously, they've been friends for the longest time as well.
Good dig.
Segi, got a hand. Polvorosa. The ball to Francis, that was low.
You know, wasted. I mean, I would say it's just a waste because it was a well-designed play. It was just that last hit by Francis Saura.
It is now 17-7. Olabnan to try to maximize his front row. Not the best of receives from Requinton, who will get it back. Sharon, still a good look. He made it look so easy.
Look at this reaction. He's just enjoying himself.
Man, so hard to defend that.
Yeah.
Balayan sends it back to CJ Segi.
Hey.
A lot of power there.
Yeah. Finally, they get, you know, one good legitimate kill. Great set by Mangulapnan. Loose block.
Kim Malabunga.
Ooh, what a dig.
One more. Different attacker. Requinton checks it out.
Boy, you feel for the blockers of VNS. They're trying, but just Ish Polvorosa is just on point with his setting.
It seems like the thing that we're really appreciating in this game is digging.
Yeah.
Kulabat. Block that went back to KC. It's 20-8 now. Jaron Requinton, who's been very efficient, will be serving his numbers, Noreen.
11 points. 2 blocks, but his efficiency, 50%.
Very high. Flip a coin.
Yeah.
Saura. Bit wide.
But you like the way he's really going for his hits, because in probably future games, it's going to really matter. Right now, you know, I mean, give or take a couple of errors, but this is a learning process for everyone, even them.
Oh, a very smart play. Nilagay na lang ni Jaron Requinton, which is very common in beach volleyball. Lagay-lagay.
Smart from the back. You know, when we always say that if a player's confident, you know, they'll play different and a lot better. Requinton's a perfect example.
Yeah.
What a dig!
Here comes Criss Cross Garcia. Yes.
Yeah, but you gotta credit that half that point to Requinton. Look at this. That's a great swing by Kulabat. Requinton keeping that ball in play.
And Noreen and I have been admiring the floor defense even more because of the height of the Criss Cross King Crunchers.
Yeah.
Kasi mas kita mo yung activity nila as they go low to get those saves. Unfortunately, in that previous sequence, it wasn't a save for Ish Polvorosa.
Especially, we were talking about it, you and I, especially if they're from players like Francis Saura, Kim Malabung, and then they dig.
Yeah. 22-10. Garcia off the block.
You have to say, okay, that set was kind of far from the net, but Jude Garcia made it look like it was just a day in the office.
Yes. Now we have Krung Arbastro checking in alongside Jewel Asia. Krung is one of our beloved beach volleyball players who also has transitioned back onto indoor. And here's Jewel Asia. Slide for JV. That was in. And can that spark things up for Mr. Sumagaysay?
Yeah, for the JV Sumagaysay fans, you're hoping that's just a warm-up of better things to come in this match.
23-11. Jewel to the open. That's attack point number 14 for Criss Cross in this set.
As compared to 5 for VNS, so total domination. That's why the lead is that much, 13 points. Set points.
24-11
Yeah.
now. They've been at it since the beginning of set 2. Jude. Power, quite low though.
You see, if the lead is that much, the players are going to really go for their serves. They want an ace serve. But let's talk about VNS. I mean, you have to accept the fact that, again, we mentioned you've been together for just 1 week, but that doesn't mean you lose the fight in you, you know?
Krung could not score. Here's the counter. The fight from CJ Segi.
Good dig.
This is Jude from the back. Still hit it well. Balayan rejected by Enjiga. No coverage for VNS. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
25-12 in dominating fashion for Criss Cross in set number 2.
Well, they have some place to be after this game.
And they could be of Jadon Riquincon, but efficiency is also through the roof for Jude Garcia. Also at 50%.
It's actually for everyone wearing orange today. You have to admire the way they prepared for this conference. It's showing here in this first game. Although they are playing, again, we have to keep saying it because for those who just joined us and look at the score, we have to say that VNS has only been together, at least with the veterans like Sumagaysay or Sidek, for a week. So you have to give them some leeway to improve. But Criss Cross looking good. Look at the numbers, total dominance. We said earlier in terms of attacks, 14-5. Defense, come on, defense really working as well. They have 5 and 2 service aces. But again, the weakness, Criss Cross's game is they go for it. They go for their hit. So it's not 100%. They will commit errors here and there, 7 errors. But obviously in all other departments, that you forget the errors. So they're looking good. For VNS, I feel you need some fight in you, you know. It's easier said than done because Criss Cross is really a strong team, and they've played together for quite some time.
Yeah.
But what is your goal? You know, you're here for a purpose. Follow that goal. Baby steps. Let's just get some, maybe one stuff block, make it two. You know, you have to don't lose that fight
Yeah.
for me, and enjoy.
Some might even say pwede mong ibaon yan for your next game as you get to see some players from Alpha Insurance, from FEU also. They came from that program. Arena Plus, Aztecs Sports. Alpha Insurance a while ago lost to Signal HD in straight sets. In the first game, it was Savage defeating Navy in 3 sets as well. There was a miss hit by Jaron Riquinton.
He is human, we have to say. We were talking about his efficiency, and he has 12 points to his name, leads all scorers, Garcia with 10. For VNS, it's Colabat with 5, Nur Sidik with 4.
So we actually have the 4 top scorers in the game, all from Criss Cross. Malabunga and Saura joining Garcia and Riquinton. All of them have more points than Casey Colabat, the top scorer of VNS.
Yeah. Again, props to Ish Polverosa for great setting.
Ball up by JM Espanso. Push to the open. RK Medino. That is long and wide.
That's not a way to start. You know, you shouldn't, again, you're playing against seasoned players. So don't try to think too much. Try to just get the feel of your hit. You know, don't try to hit it outside.
This time it's CJ Segi. Garcia, bit far from the net, but it's not a problem.
Near, far, wherever. Doesn't matter.
Kala ko ikakanta mo na doon eh. Next time dapat kanta na.
Baka magkaroon ng copyright infringement.
Jaron Riquinton serving again. Jan. Ooh. There's power, but it was long again for VNS. That was Raiden Balayan.
Boy, great effort. Just adjust. Adjust your target. Adjust your body. But you see that if it had gone in, that would have been great.
Yes. Riquinton. Regalo. Ooh. Overreach for Jude Garcia.
A bit over-eager.
Yeah. DNS getting their second point in set number 3. CJ Segi sends that ball onto Jaron. Chase for Ish. That was a one-handed back set. And here's Casey Colabat.
Yeah.
He gets it through.
It's a better start for VNS. That's what you want to see. Casey Colabat leading the charge. Maybe we get more from Nur Sidik and JV Sumagaysay. But yeah, I mean, Casey Colabat from start, from set number 1, has been the one trying to pump up his team.
Yes. Now, they will be pumped up with that service ace.
You love the smiles, and, you know, well-deserved. It's 4 apiece. That's what you're asking from VNS. You want to see the fight.
Obviously, this is a lot better compared to the 7-0 start by Criss Cross. It's set 2, but now it's Gian Glorioso saying, I want my own moment.
And that poker face after that hit, no reaction. It's like, okay. Sometimes that's more irritating, eh, no? No reaction.
Normal lang sa kanya eh. But this guy, that was normal in the previous conference for Gian Glorioso.
I remember last conference, you're right, I agree, because when I watched him, then covered him, I was like, I can't stop saying how much better he's gotten since Ateneo.
Yeah. And ironically, between Ateneo and Criss Cross, he was a programmer.
Programmer.
Yeah, he had a day job.
Wow.
he got the minutes because of the injury to Kim Malabunga, and yet he played so well.
Yeah.
That's a service error by VNS. They haven't had much in this game, only 3 compared to the 9 of Criss Cross. But you don't want to start piling them up now.
Yeah. But yeah, especially it's a great start, 5-6. You know, I mean, it's just a 1-point game.
Saura with 6 points. Over receive. Chance ball. Ish to Jude.
Good stop.
Jan now to KC. And there's a check. Kulabat very much convinced about it. Polvorosa admitting to it.
Doesn't want to prolong this, okay? Got a touch.
Alam mo, malamig din talaga dito sa Inari Sports Arena.
Yeah.
Any sort of delay will really cool you down.
True.
Jude, my goodness. I mean, what else can Jan Mangulabnan do? You saw the reaction from the setter afterwards.
It's like, oh. Okay, put some reaction to that. Your different versions.
7-6. This is for the technical timeout. Mangulabnan, Pampawi, Kulabat, check ball.
Not yet.
This is better, right, compared to set 1 for VNS?
Yeah, for me, the start. And what you want to see is the continuity.
Kulabat definitely pumped up. Now he serves. KC inside. Misreceived. That's by Pepito. Good chance to counter. Nursidik. Still no drop. Requinton's turn. Down the line again.
Whoa.
Through and through. Ish. D-ball. Saura. That goes down. And Criss Cross will continue to lead us onto a technical timeout.
Griffins. Now, Migs and Noreen, earlier you guys talked about the goal of the Criss Cross King Crunchers to get the gold. And interestingly enough, this actually is not their goal for this conference, according to assistant coach Carl Baisa. Now, of course, actually, ang sabi ni Coach Carl is, sana mabuo na sila mentally. He admitted that the past 2 conference, they haven't reached their mental peak yet. Kaya siguro nahihirapan daw sila to break through. Kaya for this conference, 0 expectations, 0 pressure, which will help them more with brotherhood, help them find themselves more, and remember that they are only human, not robots. And hopefully, this will be able to push their performance as a team even more. Back to you guys.
I want to get your thoughts about that.
Could've
Mental
fooled me.
sharpness for them.
Oh, wait. Before that, VNS takes the lead.
Yeah.
With an ace serve. No, but yeah, I feel also, because when you look at the roster, no, obviously it's a very talented team. So skill is there. So it really is more mental and psychological than anything. But you could have fooled me. They look like robots. It's like somebody press play, give it to Jude. Play, pause, play, give it to Saura.
Well, this makes them even more human. Another error from Criss Cross. It's a 2-point advantage for the VNS Griffins. And we're actually hearing the crowd and the bench even more
Yeah.
from VNS.
Oh!
At narinig na rin ang panghihinayang na lahat ng tao with that service error.
Well, clearly they've found their rhythm, you know, VNS. But, you know, if you're a fan of Criss Cross and you see moments like this one, that they're committing errors, that's good for the team, because that's where you learn. That
Yes.
when it happens, how do you respond?
Segi blocked. Coverage present. CJ again. Blocked again. That was Saura with Gian Glorioso.
And the poker face once again.
Who got it? Both of them, actually.
But the final block was actually Glorioso.
10 all. Polvorosa with the front line of Saura Glorioso and Requinton. Nice block by Jaron.
They love these one-on-ones, huh? Talking about the King Crunchers.
Okay, I noticed something. When Glorioso scores, he has a poker face. But when his teammate scores, he's so happy. Look at that smile.
That's his style.
Yeah, why not? Oh, that was off for RK Medino.
Yeah, that's the thing about getting stuff blocks. You know, the opponents, they know that. You know, you're a good blocking team. Then when I'm going to go hit, I need to do something extra special. That's when the errors happen.
You've already seen double-digit blocks in this game from Criss Cross after all, 10-2.
Well, that has been their strength,
Yeah.
you know, in their game.
That went through for CJ Segi, but it was outside.
Yeah, case in point. Again, you know, trying to make it really difficult. But again, you know, you can't fault them because the blocking, you said 10-2.
It's been a run for Criss Cross, 5-0. Great effort by Sumang. D-ball, Jude Garcia explodes, but it was outside. He's arguing that it was in. So there could be a challenge, and here it is.
I told you, they have some place to be after this.
Parang ano no, dinner reservation at 7 o'clock for Criss Cross.
I see the time. Ah, with shower pa yan.
7:30 naman. This is day number 1 for our Spikers Turf Open Conference. We'll be back this coming Sunday. Oh, that's in.
Oh, yeah.
Was the ball just too fast? You know, it was that hard to see. Kahit nakaposo, kita
Yeah.
mo yung
Good.
bola parang in motion pa rin.
It was too fast. Sometimes, you know, for the naked eye,
Yeah.
real time, it's hard.
That attack looked so good, by the way, from Jude Garcia. It's a 6-0 run. Ooh, now a miscue. Make it 7-0, Criss Cross.
Well, it's not a time to lose your communication because you've been playing so well this set, VNS.
Another serve for Ish Polvorosa.
Ish has been serving well, we have to say.
Now he played it short. CJ Segi got a hand. Criss Cross recalculates to the open. Requinton rejected. That really felt good
That
for Mahulabnan.
I agree because it looked like an open space for Requinton, and you know he was going for that first line, as people say it, and then you get stopped by Jan Magulabnan.
Way to go.
One-on-one.
Yeah. Glorioso reached for the sky, and it's a violation called on him.
I think that was a good call because it did spend a bit more time in his fingertips than normal.
Back-to-back points for VNS. Jan Mangolabnan. Ball up by Jude. Ish back sets. Saura cross court. Check ball. And now we have the second technical timeout. Criss Cross up by 4, 16-12.
Sobrang nag-grow kami lahat. Especially yung mga bago sa Spiker Surf, yung mga bata. Talagang sabi lang namin, expectation naman na sa team namin last year talaga for growth ng bawat isa. So ngayon, masasabi ko na lalaban na talaga kami. For ano na kami, for winning na, hindi na kami for growth.
For winning na, ito si CJ Segi, who by the way, came from the same elementary school as Mark Espejo. That's Concepcion Elementary School. And guess what? Ang mga kalaro mo ngayon, ang mga dating kakampi. And even current teammates, technically speaking, of Mark Espejo.
They found their way to the limelight.
17-12, Jaron Requinton. Ball up by CJ Segi. Jan goes back onto CJ. That hit the antenna off of CJ Segi, not
Yeah.
Jude Garcia.
Yeah. But Jude Garcia was all over that.
Yes.
It's like, if it didn't hit the antenna, the outstretched hands of Jude Garcia were already there.
Another serve for Jaron. Mangalabnan, Segi, pambawi. Jude still there, but then it went out.
Okay, the difference with that block from Jude Garcia, it was one direction. Whereas the previous ones, you'll see him twist and bring it back to the court of VNS.
Yun yung penetration na sinasabi mo. There has to be the direction also.
Yeah, the penetration actually was there, but the thing is, the hands were not well established.
Yeah. I get. Kumbaga nakaturo pa sa labas yung hands niya.
Yes, exactly.
19-13. Haleko. Did he hold on to the ball? Either way, it did not go through.
Yeah, it was far.
It's a 7-point game in favor of Criss Cross. Let's listen in to Coach Ralph.
Huwag kayo magmadali, relax lang kayo. Sure tayo nagmamadali, kaya hindi tayo nakaka-discard Parang gusto nyo agad makascore. Yung moment na hindi kayo makakascore, hindi kayo makakascore kasi nakapwesto yung block. Kailangan yung tira nyo, yung papahirapan nyo yung kalaban nyo. Nagmamadali kayo Play smart, more smart pa ha. Go.
Wala na yun. Okay, up lang. Smile. Okay?
Go, sige, okay lang yan.
Up. Hey, VNS! Win! Guys, stop.
Obviously, a comeback is the goal for VNS, but ending on a good note is also another goal that they might want to achieve. Momentum that they can carry on to Sunday. Again, no rest day for our teams for the entire conference.
Very short and quick.
Coach Tai Bundit giving some instructions on to his players. Haleko able to get it off with an orange shirt.
Yeah, that's what Coach Ralph wants, right? I mean, for them to just, I heard smile, just try to, get some points.
They were good at the start of the set up until that 7-0 run by Criss Cross that put them up 15-10.
But Casey Colabat is in front, so that might, make some changes in the complexion of the game.
Jaron from the back.
The dig.
It's Colabat. That was tough. One more. Back set to KC. Criss Cross still there. Garcia down the line.
Making sure that the effort of Jaron Requinton is not for naught.
There's a big smile on the face of Jaron.
Look at that. What a stretch.
Floor defense on point. Then again, can we question Jaron Requinton? That's one of the things you also get to improve in beach volleyball.
Yeah. No, but today, what a game he's been having.
Yeah. Service out. Double sub, Jewel Asia and Krung Arbasto. He also made an appearance in set number 2. Everybody has played for Criss Cross.
But you're hoping to see some numbers from Arbasto.
Yeah. This is the time, Krung. Can you respond? Brian Haleko also wants that for his own team. Down by 6. Jewel. And Jiga blocked by JV Sumagaysay.
You tend to forget who you're playing against because you're, up 2 sets to none and you have the lead. JV Sumagaysay is going to get his stops.
Haleko again. Sumang got the first ball. Jewel back set. Krung. And there you go, Noreen, the response. And a round of applause for Krung Arbasto.
I wonder what his height is. I don't want to say because Requinton and Jiga, they're actually very tall. So beside them, he looks very small.
Yeah. Ooh, service error. As it's listed, he's at 180. So that's 6 feet.
Really?
Yeah, but we'll have to double check. Baka kasi ganun katangkad talaga yung mga teammates niya eh.
Baka 7 na pala siya. Good block.
Let's see it again.
I think, was that Sumagaysay? I think Sumagaysay.
Well, it's a nice smile off of the face of JV. It's 18 serving 22. Kulabat inside. Jaron, ball up. Nice receive. Arpasto. Another point for Krung. And another round of applause.
Well, you gotta give it to... That's a... He loved the play time. Jewel Asia, that was a great set. I mean, just one blocker.
Now, Bemi is in to serve again. 23-18. Pagalay setting it in. KC first ball. Segi return, but outside for Gian Glorioso.
And we did see that in the first set. Segi going against the blockers, just that proper follow through to hit it off the blockers. These are the things that when they learn, they can, these are the things they can do.
19-23, VNS still fighting and fighting. Off speed there, read well. One more, they want Krung. Jewel, this time, Jude Garcia blocked.
Boy, the blocking of Sumagaysay became infectious.
Let's see it. Oh, he was actually at the back.
Yeah.
So let's give credit to
Balian.
Balian. Siya yung nahawa kay JV.
Yeah, yes.
Arpasto. Floresca. That's Segi. Counter. Requinton. Quite low. Chase and no more for Criss Cross.
Now you're seeing a different VNS.
And that's why Casey Colabat is getting noisier and noisier inside the Inaris Sports Arena. Some life just given back to the Griffins.
That's what we're saying, when JV Sumagaysay gets into the game, the impact is different. His 2 stuff blocks.
Requinton now over the blockers in scoring. But yeah, you've been mentioning the blocks just given to us by our statistician. VNS with 5 in the set compared to the 2 of Criss Cross. It was 5-0 in the previous set in favor of the King Crunchers.
But, I mean, who would have thought that VNS would out-defend Criss Cross
At the net.
At the net. It goes to show, I mean, if you play to win, even though your opponents are strong, you can improve and you can get some numbers somewhere, somehow, some way.
We have 3 match points, by the way, for Criss Cross. Segi under, but they want to check. All eyes on the first referee. He says it's Criss Cross's point. Coach Ralph might as well challenge. May umami na. Sino umamin?
Si Gian Glorioso.
Parang napilitan lang siyang umamin eh. Sabi sa assistant coach niya, sabi niyo sige na, para tumuloy na tayo. It's 22 serving 24.
They still have set point.
Could this be it?
Oh!
The answer is yes. It's Jaron Requinton, rightfully so, with the final point of the match.
But it was a better set from VNS, you have to say. You know, given all the challenges, they should be pleased with that third set.
Momentum that they can bring onto their game on Sunday. It's good that you mentioned JB Sumagaysay being activated. Maybe he will feel it a lot more in their next game, and his leadership will also take effect even further. But as of now, we congratulate the undermanned, as you should say, Criss Cross King Crunchers. Again, no Nico Almendras, just got married. No Isay Marasigan, as mentioned by Ayana, because of a dislocated finger. But they're still powerful as ever, and they get the last sweep for what might just be the quickest Spikers Turf day ever.
Is Jaron Requinton. Okay, with 15 points, 12 attacks, and 3 blocks. Parang 3 yung ano natin, lucky number for today, diba? But Jaron, you mentioned earlier, congratulations after 3 conferences, 3 na naman. This is your first time to be the best player of the game. How do you feel, Jaron?
Masaya kasi yun nga, first time ko mag-POG sa pangatlong conference ko. Tapos, thankful din ako sa mga teammates ko kasi, ayun, sobrang ingay nila. Kasi dream ko to na ma-POG one day. So ngayon, natupad ko yung dream ko na mag-POG dito sa indoor.
Yes. Oh my gosh, congratulations,
Thank
Jaron.
you.
We are all so happy for you.
Thank
And syempre, Jaron, after what you showcased today, grabe yung pinakita mo in this game. Grabe yung, grabe, 15 points, 11 attacks, 3 blocks. And alam ko na kailangan nyo i-step up yung leadership ninyo, especially na wala si Captain Isay. So with that being said, after today, what else can you bring for this conference for Criss Cross?
Siguro yung mantra namin na happy-happy. So literal na kailangan namin maging happy-happy sa loob ng court. And then at the same time, yung confidence namin tsaka yung focus namin sa loob ng court, dapat nandun pa rin kahit happy kami sa loob ng court. Dapat nandun pa rin yung focus namin talaga.
Now, Jaron, alam ko for this conference, yung goal ninyo is na mabuo kayo mentally as a team. So can you tell me about ano ang mental aspect na kailangan nyo pang bigay pansin for this conference para makakapag-breakthrough kayo? Ay, just... Nakompleto na sila dito.
Siguro po yung mental toughness po sa loob ng
Yes.
court. Yung end game, yun po yung kailangan namin i-work talaga sa buong conference at saka sa mga sarili namin as individual.
Okay. Again, Jaron Rickenton, last but not the least, it's your first time as player of the game. It's now your chance to greet all of us who are watching.
Binabati ko po yung family ko po dyan sa Bulacan tsaka sa Kidapawan. Binabati ko po yung Ribisco Management. Thank you sa pag-support po sa amin ng family, sila Attorney Lily, sila Ma'am Lizan, Sir Alan, Sir Rolly. Thank you po. Supportan niyo po yung Criss Cross and yung Spikers Turf.
Yay! Thank you so much,
Thank you
Jaron.
po.
Again, our best player of the game, Jaron Rickington of the Criss Cross King Crunchers. Back to you, Mix in the Ring.
So aligned sina Coach Carl Baisa and Jaron Rickenton in terms of the mental toughness, the sharpness that they would want to achieve. That is the goal in the 2025 Open Conference for the King Crunchers. Big kudos to Jaron. Simula pa lang naman nakita na natin ang ganda ng kanyang ginalaw, ang ganda ng kanyang production.
And he's showing us that the different aspects of his game, we saw digging, blocking, I mean, total package. So, yeah, I mean, well-deserved, but we have to mention Ishmael Verosa and the rest. Great game as well. Let's look at some numbers to end this match. 13 as compared to 7 attacks. Blocking, again, VNS, you got 5 over 2. I mean, that should be something you should be proud of, and, you know, you want to work on that. But for me as a whole, I mean, Criss Cross just showed us that familiarity really works. VNS, this is just a stepping stone to trying to get better, and I think you want to improve on moving forward.
Well, you get to see these two teams again this coming Sunday. Again, everybody will play Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday up until April for the Spikers Turf. Here is the schedule, but it will be inside the Rizal Memorial Coliseum in Manila. VNS versus PGJC Navy. Signal versus Savage. Remember, there was an upset last
that should be good.
conference.
That should be good.
For the Spin Doctors. And then it's Criss Cross versus Alpha Insurance for the final game on Sunday. But for today, again, everything happened so fast. We're done at 7 p.m. Congratulations to everybody involved in the Spikers Turf. Congratulations to our winners. Happy anniversary. We'll also say that to the Criss Cross King Crunchers. For Ayana Perlas and Doringo, my name is Mix Gomez saying good night from Pasig City.